cardigans. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well, and I'm super excited for today's video because I have so many things to do with you today. I have tons of sales to send out, which is a great thing. Does it overwhelm me a little bit? For sure. But we're gonna tackle it together, and that always helps me to get things done quickly. I have a humongous pile here to the side. Let me show you. I went and collected all of my sales already, and they're all right here, ready to go. I went and collected all those sales. There's tons of them here. So yeah, we're gonna send them all out, and I'm gonna share with you guys how much I sold them for as we go through, and I'm gonna share with you where they're going in the US and also all of the details along the way. So if you guys like what sold videos, work with me, ship with me videos, then make sure you hit the subscribe button because that is the best way to support my channel. So let's jump into what we have to ship out today. So the first thing here is this gorgeous little Lily Pulitzer dress that comes with shorts that I got at a garage sale for $5, and this sold on eBay. So I sold this on eBay for $57. Somebody sent me an offer, and then I charge for everybody $8.99 for shipping, and that covers my shipping, plus gives me usually a $1 wiggle room in case something is more heavy than I think it's going to be. All in, then this sold for $66. So I paid for shipping label already. It's going priority mail, and this one is heading to Colorado. So it's a gorgeous dress, and I think that was a pretty good sale for picking it up for only $5, especially at a garage sale. I really felt good about that. So this one's setting out the door. And then I'm putting a little thank you sticker on my package as well because I like to do a little something. I used to do a lot more, but now, as you can tell, it's going to be a long video because there's a lot to send out. So I don't have as much time to make them all personalized, so I just do what I can, but that was my only eBay sale to send out. I do have 2 Mercari sales as well, so I think I'll probably do those last because for Mercari, I usually have to use like actual boxes, and so it makes it a little bit more difficult. But I'll share with you guys the sales while we're here. The first thing is this US Air Force jacket. I got this in the bins, and this sold, I offered them $35, and they decided to accept that offer, and it's heading to Massachusetts. So that's where this one's going. I am going to package that up probably at the end, but I wanted to show you guys. It's a really cool jacket. It's for the Air Force. And then my other thing that sold on Mercari, I actually also could have sold on eBay. I forgot to take it down off of eBay, and then I got a better offer on eBay, but I sold it first on Mercari, so that's where it's gonna go. But it is the green quilted Everlane jacket that I just hauled. I got it for $3 when I went to that little thrift store that's run by that church. So that was a really good sale. They offered me $53. And so with shipping, they pay for shipping, probably around 40 bucks from that jacket. I also got an offer for $60 on eBay, but I just had to delete it, and I did not have to cancel a sale, which is helpful. So that is what I did with those. So those are the 2 pieces. I sold one for $53, one for $35, and Mercari has actually been rather good for me lately. Like, I've actually been selling tons on Mercari and not as much on eBay. So I don't know what is happening. It's been the strangest time, but I'm not complaining. It's okay. I'm happy that at least I'm finally selling things. So that's good, I guess. But then the next thing is a bundle. Now this bundle is humongous. So this is also not going to be an easy thing to ship, but it is a bundle of, I think, 6 different pieces, but one of the pieces within the bundle is also a bundle. So it's a little confusing, but they bought a vintage embroidered flower top, a vintage floral embroidered denim top, this bundle of all these plus size swimsuits that were all, I found these all in the bin. So there's tons of them here. And then a vintage red floral dress I got in the bins, and this Coldwater Creek floral little jacket I picked up on a half off day sale. So in total, into this bundle, I have all of these swimwear that I did not pay very much for. Most of them I think are from the bins. Everything in this bundle is either from the bins or I spent, I think, $2 for. So I probably have about $10, maybe $15 into the bundle. And then I offered them, let's see here, $139 for everything. So they're gonna get probably, 10, 15 pieces. And then I will be able to make from that, after Poshmark takes its fees, I'll have $111.20 net earnings. So this is the reason why I love doing bundles, because I have so much more wiggle room, and since I have low cost of goods, some of these pieces are probably worth more than what I did in the whole bundle. but I was happy to move some of these really adorable pieces all together. So now I'm gonna put these all in the biggest box I can find. Hopefully it's under 5 pounds. That's the hope, isn't it? But I do think that it should be okay because these are all pretty lightweight. And I love that I have been moving a lot of vintage pieces lately. I sell a lot of vintage, I really do. And I think a lot of people will overlook vintage, or they just don't know like what are the nice pieces that are vintage. It's really common for people to, you know, pick up a lot of like Alfred Dunner and think that that's gonna sell well, where it doesn't normally. It's usually more about quality than about a name, what I find when it comes to vintage. So my advice when you're looking at picking up something that is vintage is looking at the fabric content and then also seeing if what it looks like is something that people are wearing right now, because I think vintage is really popular right now too. Lots of people are wearing things that either are vintage or are new but are made to look old. Anything that's vintage that has like embroidery on it, I usually am more likely to purchase. I think embroidery is really good, and also things that are made of wool, things that have really nice buttons on them. So I think that's all the pieces for that bundle. So I'm gonna package that one up. She's ready to go. And then the next one is also a bundle. This is an Ann Taylor Loft mystery box. So this is all stuff that's in a size extra large. I have a white denim jacket, some tops, some sweaters, a pair of jeans in this. And these are something that I've been trying out lately. I actually started this a couple of months ago, but then they didn't sell, and then I relisted them, and then I sold 2 of them. So what can you do? But sometimes I find so many Ann Taylor or Loft pieces in the bins, and I can't leave them in there sometimes. Like sometimes they're just like, I just can't do it. So I'll buy them and they're really cheap, like $1 a piece. And then I was like, maybe I should try doing a mystery box. So they're all in the same size. Somebody donated all of them together. And then I put them together as a mystery box, 5 to 7 items, sold it for, they're listed at $50. And this is my last box, but I sent an offer for $42. So I'm gonna set all of these together for $42. So I mean, for all of them I paid about $1. I've got $7 into it. From $42 on Poshmark will make $33.60. So I'm making like 20 or 30 bucks a box, depending on what the weight of the items are. So it's not like the best money in the world, but I am giving these pieces a new home, and that is so worth it for me. I didn't have to leave them in the bins. I still am making money, not a ton, but I also don't have to list each one individually. So I'm taking that as a win. And this one is heading to Texas. Oh, I hate that noise. I hate that feeling. Oh my gosh, I hate it. Is it just me, or is like when you get to the end and you don't notice the end and then it makes that noise? Oh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. And I know I'm gonna get some questions about like taping and things like that. All of my labels are from the Rollo, so they all look like this, and they have a sticky back, so I'm not taping my labels. The only thing I have to tape normally, a lot of my boxes and things that I get are the USPS priority mail things, and a lot of those are self-closing. The only ones I have to tape are the large mailing boxes, which I happen to be using a lot of today because I have a lot of bundles. Now, if there were not bundles, I would not be using nearly as many strands or rounds of tape, but I just have to today. I just know I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of questions about why I'm taping my labels, but I'm not. So there is that one. And I mentioned, I think that this is going to Texas, so that is ready to go as well. And those are majority of my bundles, I think, hopefully. Then the next thing that sold is this dress. I got this at 2nd Avenue. It's a gorgeous floral dress from Black Halo. I've only found Black Halo twice. I found a jumpsuit that I sold for over $100 in Indiana, and then I found 2 different dresses on the same day, this one and another one here in Maryland at 2nd Avenue. I think I paid like $5 a piece for the dresses, and this one sold for $66. They actually offered me $65. Somehow I missed the offer. I would have accepted that, so I had to counter $66 because it had expired. They wouldn't let me like match it, so I felt a little bit bad. I guess it's only $1, but I felt bad because I would have accepted their offer if I saw it. But this one sold for $66. It's in a size 10. And from $66 after Poshmark tickets fees, we made $52.80. So I made about $45 from this dress. And this one is heading to Chicago, Illinois, my old stomping grounds. Well, not really. I lived like an hour or 2 away from that when I was growing up, but still, that feels like home to me. That's great. And I can't remember if I've already sold the other black halo dress I picked up on the same day or if I still have that one in my closet. I think I still have it in my closet. So that's good because these black halo dresses are pretty good sellers. They're pretty good money and I didn't spend very much on them. So that's very nice. And a lot of you guys told me last time that you enjoy hearing where these sales are going to, which my mom also loves. It's always her first question she asks me when I sell something is, what state is it going to? So that's why I'm sharing as we go because I think it's kind of fun. But that one is going out to Chicago. And then I did that bundle. I did the other bundle. I can't find that shirt, but I sold this Philadelphia Eagles shirt for $20. Can't find it. I'll find it later. I literally had so many sales. I just was like, I'll deal with that tomorrow maybe. The next thing is this Barefoot Dreams cardigan. And I picked this up at 2nd Avenue again. I think this was marked at like $2 or $3. It was something crazy. I sold the other one in a Posh show. It was like a coral color. And this white one I finally just sold. And it sold for $35. They gave me an offer. So from the $35, we made $28. And so I made about $25-ish at the end of the day from this piece. And I just think that this is so nice. I love Barefoot Dreams. They're so cozy, so soft, absolutely lovely, great quality. So I like picking them up. I know that sometimes they sit for people, but for me, they tend to sell pretty well actually. So I was happy with that. And this one is heading to Tennessee. So going out the door, that is what we like to hear. It always makes me feel really good after I do a haul when I have like a big amount of sales like this, because then I don't feel like I'm adding in tons of stuff and there's no room. I just made so much room. There are so many pieces that I sold over the weekend that, hate that, oh, that are making room for me to be able to find more things that should be able to sell for even more money. Some of these sales are really good, but a lot of this too is giving me opportunity to, since I have even done better at finding things lately, I've been growing, I've been knowing more, it gives me opportunity to replace my empty space now with pieces that will make me even more money than the things I'm sending out, which is a really cool aspect of this business. So there's that one. Next up is another 2nd Avenue find. This looks like not very conspicuous at all. It's just like a black slip dress. But it is from Peruvian Connection. And this actually sold outright, which I was not expecting. This sold outright for $50. It is a size extra large, and it is Pima cotton. It's a really nice fabric, but it is, you know, not very substantial. But again, for this, the brand is selling it much more than the actual probably piece itself. So from $50, we made $40, and I picked this up at 2nd Avenue, I think for $5. So $35 is great for us. And this one is heading to Pennsylvania, so not very far away. I do live in Maryland. Depending on where it is in Pennsylvania is how long it's gonna take, I guess, but it's a very nice piece. I did find 2 of these together the same day. This one and then one that was the same size but just longer, and that one also sold very quickly, and it sold on eBay, I believe, for like I think $65 or something. So Peruvian Connection is one of those brands that I love to pick up and I sell really well. It always tends to sell for at least $50, usually like $75 if it's more unique, but this is definitely one of those like more basic pieces and it's still sold for $50. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. Then next up we have this leather jacket. This is definitely a bins pickup, but I have had this. The pictures of this were taken on Jeremy and I's bed at our old apartment. So it's been at least 2 years since we bought this in the bins, but it is a beautiful kind of long line leather jacket. I'm sure I'll be putting some pictures up on the screen for you. This though, I cannot believe, I must have just relisted this because I swear this has sat for so long. But it sold outright for $65. So very happy with that. I am gonna send her out the door. Love that a leather jacket sold. I love picking up leather in the bins. It usually just is so worth it, and such a good such a high quality piece to be picking up in the bins. So I grabbed that for probably $1 or $2. Let's go with $2 in the bins. Sold for $65. We made $52, so I made $50 off of this jacket. Now, it did take a solid 2 years to sell though. So I don't know if I would pick it up again. But I did sell it, and it did sell full price. I did have to store it though for 2 years. So I really need to somehow run some sort of sale before Jeremy and I are planning on moving so that I can clear out some old things, but I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. If you guys have run sales on your closet, let me know how you do it. I do have a YouTube following, but I don't really have a huge Instagram following. And I feel like a lot of people that have Instagram but not YouTube can do really well in their sales because they just can reach many more people more easily. Because a lot of people that watch me on YouTube aren't watching me to buy, they're watching to learn how to sell. So it's a very interesting conundrum, but let's put this in. And this one is heading to Kansas. I do feel like whenever I share what states these are going to, it's like taking me right back to 5th grade. Like, do I know what the abbreviations for all the states are? And some of them are really hard when you have multiples. Like Kansas, totally fine. But when you get into all the M's, like M-A, M-S, M-T, there's so many M's. It's like, I don't know why. It's giving me like test anxiety or something, LOL. So yes, that was a wonderful sale. Next piece, what do we have next? Give me the details. It is a pair of shoes, actually. So let me grab those. This is another pair of shoes I picked up in the bins. And these are from Lucky brand. They are a little kind of houndstooth pattern flat. They're in a size 8. They look like they've literally never been worn. And these sold for $20. So this is one of those things where I picked them up, didn't know if they would sell well or not, but very glad that they did. So I am going to send these out. Super easy sale, super easy to package as well. And these are also heading to Pennsylvania. And these are one of those things, I'm not sure how long I've had these. These were in such good condition that I picked them up. I do think that a lot of Lucky brand doesn't sell like it used to. I am really wary of picking up most Lucky brand unless it's a style-based pickup or it's in excellent condition and I get it in the bins. But I can't tell you the last time I picked up something from Lucky brand that wasn't in the bins to resell. Like, and even if I find it in the bins, I don't often pick it up unless I'm taking it straight to buy, sell, trade. Because sometimes they take things from Lucky brand, sometimes they don't. And so I'm pretty wary with that brand, but I do think that this was a good pickup. For $20, I bought these in the bins. From 20, we probably made it, what, 18? No, I sent out an offer, $14.28, and these are super light, so maybe $13 of net profit, but $13 is $13, so we are going to take it and run with it. And then another bins pickup. This is so cute. This is a handmade little Brigham Young, kind of like cheerleading vest. Isn't that adorable? I think that's so cute. So for this one, I am going to package her in one of these little boxes because she's pretty small, but she sold for $43, which is amazing. Again, vintage pieces, handmade pieces, they have a lot of value to a lot of people. So $43, we made $34.40. This is one of those things I picked up in the bins, so I probably paid about $1 for it. So $33 of net profit, which is amazing. And I mean, part of the reason why I do the business that I do is because I love being able to help rescue pieces from going to the landfill. And I think it's just like so much fun to find beauty in pieces that not everybody sees, that people miss. And so like, I love that I'm able to keep my cost of goods so low. My profit margins are really high because most things that I buy are from the bins or from thrift stores. Like, I don't do a lot of retail arbitrage. I do some, and that's not to knock anybody that does do retail arbitrage, but it's just like something that brings me joy is definitely being able to find these pieces. Like, who would have known what this was, you know, like in the bins? But I thought it was really cool, so I picked it up, and now somebody else wanted it and was willing to pay good money for it, and now it's not in the landfill, which is really cool. So this piece, let's see, is going to Oregon, so quite far away. Is that where Brigham Young is? Is it in Oregon? I feel like it is on the West Coast, so I'm not really sure. If you guys know where Brigham Young is, let me know. Did I get this in Oregon? I don't think I did. I think I got this here in maybe like our Maryland area, but that was a good sale. And then we're gonna skip another bundle because I have a bundle of 3 things, which is great. And one of them has been around for a long time. The other one, apparently I sold months ago on a different platform and forgot to delete. So I'm gonna work it out with them. Hopefully they are a subscriber, so ooh, I hate it when that happens, but it does happen, unfortunately. That was a bundle that sold for $68. I do have 2 of the pieces, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm gonna skip it for now though, because I'm not sure if they want to find something else in my closet or not, so putting that to the side. Then the next thing is a Lulu's dress, and I love selling Lulu's. It's been a little bit slower for me right now, but we are heading into another dance season, and I find that dance seasons are the seasons where these tend to sell. So this is the Lulu's Lawson Peach Skater dress in size medium. It's a gorgeous dress. It was really hard for me to find in my inventory system, unfortunately, but it did sell for $24. And from $24, we made $17.48. And this is probably for a dance, so we need to get it out the door ASAP, but I thought that was a really cute piece. And again, Lulu's tends to sell for me around $25, $35. For a short dress, $25 seems about right. If it was longer, it'd probably be a little bit more, but that's okay. So we made probably, I think I got this, I don't know how much I paid for this. Not very much, hopefully, but $17 is the profit. So let's just factor $5. Say we got $12 net profit. And then I just filmed all the rest of the pieces that I sold, and my camera died, so I lost all my footage. Love that for me. Okay, so we have 2 more things that sold on my Poshmark, and then we have all the sales from Jeremy's Poshmark as well. So what sold next on my Poshmark was an amazing sale. It was this vintage Juicy Couture set. I actually had a picture of Paris Hilton wearing it, and so this was a size, I think, large in total. So I sold it for $132. So I'm sure that will end up making its way into my monthly what sold, probably in the top 10. And from $132, we made $103.88. I paid $10 for both pieces together. So really great sale there. Probably about $93 of net profit at the end of the day, which I count as a huge win. And that one actually is heading to California, which I feel like makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So I sold that, and then I also sold this pair of Tory Burch sandals. They were like a flip-flop, but kind of like a wedge heel to them, and they sold for $40, and this is the oldest of my sales, so it really needs to go out the door, but it sold for $40 in a size 9, so that means that we made $30.28 at the end of the day. So not bad at all, and I believe that these are heading to Wisconsin. Yes, it was Wisconsin for sure. These are a really cool Tory Burch pair of shoes. I got these at a buy-sell trade store, and I think that I used in-store credits. So I don't think I paid anything out of pocket for these. So that's a great sale for me too. And those are all of my Poshmark sales, minus the bundles that I still need to, work on. And I showed you guys my Mercari sales. I showed you the eBay sale. Now we just have Jeremy's Poshmark sales left. And he just has a few here. The first one is something that, from the pictures I can tell, I took them at our old apartment, and we've lived in our home for over a year, so those pictures are over 2 years old, and yeah, they show for sure. But it's this pair of gray Puma sweatpants. They're size extra, extra large, and these did sell. They headed out to Texas. They sold for $20. So for something that's been sitting around for that long, I'm very happy to move it for $20. That is excellent. From $20, we made $14.28. We must have sent out a discounted offer to likers, which is totally fine. That's great. We moved them. And I got these in the bins, so we made about $13.28 of net profit. But I mean, I was just happy to see them leave. Like, I was happy to have Jeremy sell them. That's great. And a lot of these pieces would have only been listed on Jeremy's account because they are older, and we used to have separate accounts for men's items versus women's items. I know I'll get questions about that. Like this piece next that sold is this Philadelphia Eagles football t-shirt. And I get a lot of Eagles material and also Ravens pieces, and then sometimes Philadelphia Flyers pieces too in the bins because I live close to Philadelphia. And so there's always just tons of those sorts of pieces. And they do sell for pretty good money usually. So this sold for $18. And so we made $12.68 from this. And this is heading over to Richmond, Virginia. So not too far at all, which makes sense because I'm kind of located in the ideal area for selling something like this. So I got this in the bin. So we probably made about $11 of net profit, which is not terrible, not great, but at least I'm moving things and selling some t-shirts and rescuing those from the landfill. So I'll take that as a win. And then this piece is a really cool piece. I just showed this in a recent bins haul, and it's this pair of Roots sweatpants, which are really cool. It has roots across the boot. And so I love selling roots, and I don't find it very often because it is a Canadian brand. It's very popular there. Not as much so here, but I don't even know if they sell it here. Like, I don't know if you can get it shipped here, maybe. But this sold for $35, and I did find stock photos of this, and these were really nice sweatpants. They retailed for, I think, $90, maybe $100. And so I think I listed them at $50, and then somebody offered $35, and we accepted. So from $35, we make $28, and I paid $1.39 for these. So we made right under $27 for those, but I was happy to move those, and I really do enjoy finding roots things. I feel like they're really just kind of fun and cute. So I liked those sweatpants, and those just went out the door. And the last piece that he sold is this vintage Reebok t-shirt. This is an older piece as well. Picked this up definitely in the bins, and I probably paid about $1 for it. I loved the letters on this. They were like all individually attached and really cool looking, so I grabbed it. And this sold for $18, and so from $18 we made $12.68, right about $11 of net profit. But again, happy to see this head out the door. Some of these older pieces, I really don't want to have to keep around or move again when we finally do move back home to Indiana. So I'm happy to see them move out the door now. So that is a great piece. That was a great sale. It wasn't a huge sale, but they all add up. And so those are all the pieces. I did package up all of those, and now I'm going to package up my 2 Mercari sales, which are a little bit more time intensive for me because I have to not use my regular shipping supplies. So I'm going to do that. But those are all of the pieces that sold. Are you guys interested to know how much that was in total? I am. Let me add it up for you. So all of those things that I just added up are everything that we're shipping out today. We sold $980 this weekend. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with that. I feel like that's so good. And I just wish it was $20 more, so it'd be $1,000. But you know what? I actually am selling something on Facebook Marketplace tonight for $25 that I cleaned out of my kitchen in my kitchen declutter video. So that takes us to $1,005. We're gonna count it. $1,000 of sales this weekend. That's amazing. I'm super happy with that. So I am going to have to take a trip to the post office and send all these bad boys out. But let me know down below what you guys have been selling lately or what you have been buying lately. Both are fun to hear. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to hit subscribe. And I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.